Hi. Hi there, and welcome to the Bedroom Floor podcast. My name's Zakaya. What is up? Yeah. Wow, this is weird. I never do this. I guess I do. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just nervous, I guess. This is my first time ever doing this alone. And yeah, this is so funny. But yeah, what am I gonna talk about today? I really wanted to yap a little. It is January 4th, 2026. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh my god, what an awful year 2025 was. I wonder if other people think that. I want to know like more about how like other people's years went. Mine was fucking god fucking awful. Like just absolutely atrocious. But yeah, basically I feel like yapping sometimes. So this is where I think I'm gonna start yapping, because your girl has big feelings and sometimes she wants a place to share them. And this may never get fucking posted. Actually, this may always just stay on my laptop forever and ever. You never know. A good feature on the Bedroom Floor podcast is my hamper. It's right here. Anyways, no one needed to know that. I just wanted to like point it out because you can see it. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, I guess shutting the fuck up is like the opposite of the point of this. Whatever. I wanted to talk about some sad shit today. Because who doesn't love talking about just sad shit? Buckle up. This is gonna be a crazy first little episode. But I also don't know like exactly like where I can put my mic, what the vibes are with the mic. I've never used it before, so if it sounds like shit, I'm gonna be like super sad, guys. I'm gonna be like so sad. But anywho, hey. I don't know. So I was like driving home today. So I've been dog sitting for my friend for the past like week almost. Staying at her house, hanging out with her dog. Love her dog. Shout out Sanderman. But yeah, I've been staying at her house for like a week. And there's like this feeling when you're staying alone. I've never lived alone before. I've always I lived with my parents, and then now I live in a home, and I have a roommate. I have two roommates. One is my sister. Bitch, what the fuck? Anyways. Yeah, so I have two roommates. And I don't know. The past week I've really just been thinking, contemplating, looking back, reflecting. Really on just like living alone. I think last year was like such an absolute shit show, shit storm, fucking textbook definition of shitstorm. Okay, if I set this down, I wonder how bad this is. I feel like it can't be that bad, but I don't know. I'm worried. Okay, but I some house issues. I own my home. I own the house I still own the home that I live in. Let me say, being a homeowner, it's not fun all the time. It's fun in its ways, and it's really great to like have a mortgage and stuff, I guess, instead of like having to worry. But to a degree, it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. Because when shit goes wrong, you gotta figure that shit out yourself. Luckily, I do have the help of my sister, and my parents are very supportive and very helpful. It's still hard. Oh, okay. But yeah, so I've been staying alone, living alone for like a week, and it hasn't been like fully alone because there's a dog there, obviously. I'm dog sitting, and I don't know, I guess I have just been really looking back and being like, looking back and looking forward and being like, wow, I wonder if I am almost in a period of my life where it is time to live alone. Oh my god. One yawn and I'm KO'd. I'm gonna be yawning for the rest of this fucking thing. Yeah, I'm wondering, like, when will it be time for me to live alone? You know, everybody should probably live alone at some point in their life. And when will that be, you know? So, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if I'm like, have the willpower for that. And I don't know if willpower is like the right word, but like, maybe the independence. And I do try to think of myself as a fairly like independent person, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like living alone is like a whole new sense of like independence and learning to be okay with being bored. And that's something that I've been really trying to do, because I think I find a lot of sadness and boredom. So I'm scared that like, oh, if I live alone and I'm bored, I'm just like all the time, I'm just gonna be sad all the time. And I know that's like kind of a negative way to think, because it's like, okay, well, just don't be sad all the time, but like try to fill your boredom. And I think that there is a lot of peace that comes with boredom. And sorry, there's like this little mute button, and it's perfect for when I need to make loud noises. But I think there's a lot of peace that comes with boredom and a lot of like tranquility. But like I said, I think I am the type of person that finds a lot of sadness in that. And I don't know. I guess it's just like this matter of like, well, I don't want to, like, if I'm bored and living alone all the time, I don't want to feel sad. But here's the stitch I'm at right now. Okay, guys, I live with 2 people, and I don't really necessarily hang out with either of those people anymore. And I don't like go and do things with them or spend time with them. So it's like, okay, I'm coming home to like this physical energy of them. So I'm not alone. But then I look at it and I'm like, but I'm not like hanging out with them. I'm not spending time with them. It's not filling my cup to the extent of like, oh, I'm not bored anymore. And I don't know. That's just like super, super hard and super complicated, because I don't want to be bored and sad, but I want to try. And I know it's like, okay, queen, just like do it. But like I said, I own a home. It comes with a lot more thinking than that. And it has to be something that like I for sure like want to do. Like, obviously I don't have to sell my house to do it, but it is something that I'm like, if I'm gonna walk away from my home, it's not just about me. Like, it affects other people. So I don't know. And I guess it's like, that's scary. That's such a scary thing to think about. And this was my big thought in the car, and kind of what struck this whole thinking process was that feeling. Okay, when you moved out for the first time, moved out of your parents' house for the first time, and you were like, I'm so excited, I'm gonna go do all these fun things, and you go out and you do these things, and then you come home, and the thought of coming home is like this fun thought. And that's how I always felt the first time I moved out. I was like, when I would go out places or do things or whatever, I'd be excited to go home. I'd be like, wow, oh my God, I gotta go home to like my own space, this space that I created, you know. And I guess recently I just don't feel like that. And it makes me almost feel a little bit ungrateful, because look at me, I'm on my bedroom floor. I have a beautiful bedroom from what you can tell. It is beautiful, and I love my room like so fucking much. I absolutely adore my room, because I have made it my own little place. I've made it my own little abode, my little escape, and I love that. But I guess it's like this feeling of like, almost like this emptiness. And it's like, feels like there's a lack of love in my home. And I think I'm part of the problem. It's not just the people I live with. It is partially me, for sure. I play my part. But yeah, my house was once a home that people came and stayed at and partied at, and there was so many fun memories and beautiful memories in this home. And I know that does come with like, yeah, you've had fucking sad moments here, you've had sad memories, but it's like this emptiness. Because, okay, what's worse? You live alone and you're bored and you're sad. You're sad because you're bored. Or you live alone or live with people, but it doesn't feel like your home is filled with love. And it is it lonely? I guess what I'm trying to say is like, is it lonelier to like move in to a place by yourself, or to continue living somewhere that you don't feel is filled with like love? And I don't know. I don't have that answer quite yet. I want that answer, but I am unfortunately don't have it. And I really want it. And that's a big struggle for me right now is I want the like peace of mind, the peace of like, I'm coming home and I'm excited to go home, and I love the place I'm going home to. I feel like I'm an adult, and as an adult and like a homeowner, there is a certain degree of like, you do have that choice, you know? You kind of have a little bit, at least in my situation, where I am very fortunate and lucky to live the life that I do and have the resources that I do. I feel like in my situation, it's like I really should be happy with where I am. And it really, unfortunately, does bring me a lot of sadness. Being like, I'm going home to be around people that I don't feel loved by. And I honestly probably don't show a lot of love to as much as I used to. But, you know, how much, I guess for a while I've also just like been like, oh, it's gonna get better, or like things will change, or like whatever. all those things. But I don't know, maybe I'm finally starting to come to a point where I'm like, it does get better, but things don't change unless you do something to fucking change it. Like, that is textbook. Like, it's such an easy fucking concept. Yeah, things aren't gonna change unless you do something to fucking change it, bitch. Dumbass, don't be stupid. Everybody fucking knows it. But change is scary. Yeah. Change is scary, the fuck? Like, I don't know. And I genuinely don't have an answer for myself. And I also sit here and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I find a new roommate, or I find someone that I really enjoy to move in. And part of me does think that, yeah, that'll fix it for a little bit. That'll fix it for a while. But I guess now the fear has been instilled upon me of, like, you live with someone. So many people are always like, you live with people and then you're not friends with them anymore. And I don't want to ruin any of my fucking friendships. Like, I don't want to ruin any of my fucking friendships because I really do love and adore all my fucking friends. And I think I'm at a point in my life where it's like, oh my god, there's very few people I could see myself living with. The people I do see myself being able to live with, I love so fucking much, and I would die if that relationship ended because of us living together. Like, that's just so unfortunate. And then I'm like, also, like, I could live with a stranger, but I don't know how much a stranger is gonna fill my cup up either, And maybe this is all just me rambling about, I don't know what the fuck is gonna, fill my cup, satisfy my needs. But, I don't know, because I also do have the very strong sense and the very strong yearning to move. To get the fuck out of the fucking state that I live in. I have lived here my whole goddamn life. My whole goddamn life. Okay, I've never lived in a single place. I live 15 minutes down the street from where I grew up. The farthest I've lived from my childhood home is 30 minutes without traffic, okay? Maybe an hour with traffic. Like, that's not, I don't know. And I know so many people, like, they stay put, but they travel. And I love that. Like, I want to do that as well. I want to travel and I want to see the world. But at the same time, I also really want to fucking move. But guess what? I have crippling anxiety. And last year, not even last year, actually, let's go back 2 years. My anxiety was pretty good. It was pretty good. My depression was pretty bad. But my anxiety was pretty good, and I got, like, really good at dealing with it, and it didn't feel like these, like, crazy heavy fucking waves. Like, my anxiety feels like it's like I have fucking adrenaline rushing through my veins, but, like, my body is physically debilitated. And I'm not saying my anxiety, like, it's my anxiety, but, like, that's how I feel. And I'm not gonna put a definition to, like, I'm not gonna put a definition to everybody's anxiety, because I think everyone's is different, and whatever. I just scared. And especially because I do think moving away would look like moving away alone. And it goes back to that same thing. Bitch, I don't want to be bored and sad. The fuck? I don't want to be bored and sad. Like, nobody wants to be fucking bored and sad. Nobody wants to live their life like that. But I also think okay, if I have this, like, sense of, like, I should go, like, I should move away, I also think partially that, like, I need to listen. And I don't want to live my life being like, I have crippling anxiety and that's why I didn't do this. I have crippling anxiety and that's why I missed out on this. Like, I don't want to live like that. And I don't think anyone should. And that's not me telling anybody how to live their life, okay? But I personally don't want to be controlled by my anxiety or my depression or anything like that. Like, bitch, I want to live my life. I want to do my thing. I want to fucking have experiences and do shit. No. Honestly, this is me just fucking rambling. I'm not even fucking saying anything of any substance, probably. Does this come off of here? No. I actually can't tell. Let me know, does the HyperX mic, when I do this, yeah, you guys can hear that for sure. Okay, I should know. You never know. Anyways, oh. But yeah, I don't know. Part of me is just like, I should run, I should go. Like, if I let my, I don't know. Guys, help. Someone help. Give me an answer. Like, I'll take any answer. I'll take any advice, okay? Also, I have always, not always, but for a long period of my life, I've always been a lover. Okay, I'm a lover girl. Okay? Also, I'm fucking annoying, and I know that, okay? And I don't need anybody telling me that I'm fucking annoying because I already know that, okay? What the fuck was I saying? Oh, yeah. I have always been a lover girl. I fall in love. I love love. I've always wanted to be in love. I've always wanted romance, love, okay? I love it. It's so beautiful. And I still feel that way, even though I don't think I've ever really experienced a true love coming from both sides. This will all tie into what I was talking about, okay? I'm not jumping to a whole new topic quite yet. But I've always been someone who just loves love and, like, loved being in love and loved being loved. But I also think I've never been reciprocated the love that I give out. And I'm just now starting to realize this. And I think last year was the closest that I have ever gotten to getting the love that I received. Or, what? Receiving the love that I give. Matching my fucking energy, okay? Let's just, like, dumb it down, okay? Last year, I think, was the first relationship that I was in where I was like, wow, this energy is giving, like, and after that ended, I settled for less again. I went back to my old ways. Bad. Never go back, okay? Unless it's, like, literally 110% the man you are supposed to marry. Don't go back, okay? Don't do it. But anywho, I went back, and after that, and this is pretty recent, after that then ended again, I've kind of realized, okay, Queen, it is time to be the fuck alone. 2026, it is my year to fucking be alone. Okay? I haven't spent enough time alone. And that means I'm not searching And yes, I need to get the fuck off Hinge. And I say this now, okay? I say this now. But like, if I'm not talking about like some bitches or some whatever on Hinge, leave me alone. Leave me out of it. Okay. Leave me out of it. don't come back. Don't come back at me, okay? Because I personally can't handle the heat. So don't throw this in my face if there a couple months go by and I'm like, Hinge, let's a Hinge, like, whatever. I'm so fucking stupid. But I need to stop talking badly about myself. I'm not stupid. I am a goddamn delight. Also, if I'm gonna figure out if me moving this damn mic around so much is like the most insufferable thing ever. But anyways, yeah, so I decided that I just need to be alone. And I guess I've always kind of thought that if I'm in a relationship and it goes long term, then, that's who I'm going to live with. That's who I'm going to spend my life with, right? But then I remembered after I got my heart icky broken a year ago. Not a year ago, less than a year ago. After I got my heart icky broken, like I said, your girl's gotta be alone. And I don't know, that kind of goes back to the whole me being like, damn, should I live alone? Is it like my time to like live alone? And I've been having these feelings for a bit now. For a long bit now. And yeah, I just don't know what to do. Because no one's gonna save me. I'm the only person that's gonna save me genuinely really is myself, and I know that deep down. And I could run back honestly pretty easily to certain people or places or things or whatever the fuck I want. I could probably run the fuck back to it pretty fucking easily. But I think the harder challenge is being super fucking uncomfortable. I'm so fucking uncomfortable. Like, I genuinely don't I think there's only ever been one other time in my life that I've been this uncomfortable, and it was completely different scenario. Like, I wasn't alone. And when I say alone, I mean it very, very lightly, because I have the most beautiful, amazing, spectacular, amazing fucking friends ever. Okay. And I have the most amazing family, and I love them very fucking much, okay? But I just mean alone. What I mean by alone is like comfort in my own solitude. How do you find comfort in your own solitude? How do you live like that? Especially when you've lived with people your whole life. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I feel like in my head there's like just have this conversation, just do this thing, fix your living situation, and it'll get better. And I think to a degree, yes. I have uncomfortable conversations and I do these things, and I'm sure to a degree things would, get better. But I don't think they would change the way that I feel about myself. And as much as I think that outside energies do affect me, I do gotta look at it as in like, okay, not I'm the problem, but like, I'm gonna be the one finding the resolution for this for myself. How can I make myself feel better about this situation? I have to figure that out. Nobody else is gonna give me that answer. And like I said, yes, I'm sure having these uncomfortable conversations and doing certain things would make me feel better and make me feel more comfortable in my home. But it's like, it's almost like this feeling of like there's just this missing piece. And I've felt that ever since my little breakup. Okay? I've felt this for a while now. Okay? And I think now that my living situation is no longer ideal, it emphasizes that feeling more of like, okay, I've felt like there's this missing piece. And now it's even worse. Because like, girl, I gotta come home to myself. Like at the end of the day, I'm going to bed alone. I'm doing this shit by myself. And I have energy around me, these people around me. And I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing that somebody's energy 24/7 isn't my cup of tea anymore. You know what I mean? You catch what I'm putting down. You catch what I'm putting down. Without saying it directly. And it's literally nothing personal. That's the other thing. It's nothing personal. Oh my god, does any of this fucking make sense? I really hope so. I really hope bits and pieces of this do make sense, because I'm gonna be really sad if it doesn't. But I don't know. Is that the broad question here? Is that the big picture? How do I make this? How do I make my space in my life a place where I'm happy to come home to myself? And my therapist always tells me I'm a little hard on myself. So I don't think that I don't know. Because then I tell myself, like, how do I come home to myself? And then I'm like, that'll fix my problem. And then I'll come home to myself. And then my problems aren't fucking solved. Because I think outside energies really do fucking affect you. And I know that there's a lot of people that are like, oh, don't take everything so personally. And that's true. And I agree. As someone who takes everything very, very personally. I do think that I need to stop taking things so fucking personally. But at the same time, shit affects you. And your feelings are always fucking valid. My feelings are always fucking... Sorry, I had to pause because I really don't know if I sound like a tweaker or not. I really fucking hope I don't. Tweaker's a bad word for that. I don't mean tweaker. Tweaker's bad. I don't know. I'm feeling very all over the place. And I just really hope all of this is tracking. But I don't know. I'm easily affected by people's energies. It's not my fucking fault. CF, guys. But yeah, I don't know. I want to live in a space where I'm excited to come home and I'm happy and I feel like it's like this welcoming, cozy, homey feeling and space and that I'm just happy to be here. And I want to feel like inspired, and I want to feel like I'm rejuvenated coming home and not drained. I think that's the best way to put it. Like, going home shouldn't be something you dread, I think that's where you get a break from a lot of other things in life where they feel complicated, like, I'm sure a lot of people like their jobs out there, but there's also a lot of people that really don't. And as someone who doesn't particularly love their job, I don't want to, go to work miserable and like sad, and then like come home, and coming home is this other like jarring, draining activity. You know, that's not fucking fun for anyone. And I don't know, how do you, and I think part of it is I do have to mend a relationship in my life, and not a romantic one, but if I talk too much about that, I will freaking cry for the next fucking 2 hours. But I do think there's definitely mostly one relationship that needs to be mended, and part of me in my head is like, if it gets mended, you know, I'll feel better and shit'll get better. But I don't know, I think I've just tried mending it so many times, not so many times, and you know, maybe I'm more in my head about it than anything it actually is. But I feel like I've tried ignoring it. I've tried moving on. I've tried, you know, and unfortunately, I have tried to make myself smaller in order to appease the way somebody else feels about my presence. And the last place that I should make myself feel smaller is my own home, and I need to feel comfortable and loved for who I am. And you know, maybe that does mean living alone. I don't fucking know. It's really hot, and it's like really scary, guys. Oh my gosh. Should I get a rope, tie it for my ceiling? My ceiling's like so fucking far away. It'd be a long ass string. Any hoodle. I was getting sad, so I had to change the topic. Just kidding. I have to change the topic. I don't know. I guess it seems a lot harder in my head. It's not crystal clear. And I talk to some people, and they make me think the decision is very obvious, but it doesn't feel like it. And that, my friends, is hard. So we're gonna keep on keeping on and just keep swimming. Now me, chicken wing. But yeah, I guess that was kind of heavy. That was all kind of heavy. That was like 40 minutes. Yeah, I did a pretty good job. Yeah, but I don't know if any of that made sense. I would like to get better at this whole thing, because it's probably not great. It probably wasn't the best thing anybody's ever watched and or listened to, if anybody ever watches and or listens to this, but I don't know, and like, I'm gonna say one more thing. When I'm talking about my home, my house, my roommates, no one's like, there's no physical altercations, there's no screaming matches, there's nothing bad. It's just like this jarring, draining energy of just being here. And that's the problem. I guess I also never prefaced it like that's the problem. You know? I don't know what the, like, you know, textbook definition of like, toxic space or toxic environment is. Maybe I should look into that. Because I don't know, I don't want to go and define my living situation and be like, oh, it's a toxic living situation. But it also just doesn't feel healthy. I think that is also part of the problem. I want it to feel healthy. I deserve healthy. So, yeah, honestly, I think that's it. That was a lot. No, look at the top of my head. The top of my head is incredibly greasy. Like, straight up put oil in my hair. Getting my hair done tomorrow, guys. You see this? Mane. Mamma Jamma. I'm gonna get it all trimmed up. I'm gonna make it look like a mad purdy. Okay. That's just a sneak peek. It doesn't a sneak peek of how something you're never gonna see because it looks the opposite of it looks mad dirty. Okay. But yeah. Peace, love. That's it. Peace and love, harmony, respect, solitude. I shouldn't do that on my internet. I'm gonna fucking go. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna fucking go. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. But yeah, I hope everybody has a beautiful night. We'll see if this ever gets posted anywhere. It'd be cool if I did, but who fucking knows? I think I would have to start another new email to make a fucking another YouTube account. And or Spotify. I don't know. We'll fucking see. I hope everybody has a beautiful night. And I love you all the longest time. If you fucking watch this and fucking listen to it. I'm fucking tired. Look at me. Do you see this, guys? I look like I'm about to fucking fall over and die. Okay, I'm gonna fucking go the fuck to bed. I should go to bed. What time is it? It is 8:30. Guys, I am an elderly. I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, it's 10 p.m. I'm so tired. I'm beat. Beat to shit. 8:30. But yeah. Peace and love. And all TTYO about who fucking knows what. Because what the fuck did I even talk about today?